Hey everybody, it's Sam Taylor, Cancer Cure Bus. Aloha! Filming live from Maui, Hawaii. And this is episode 22, looking at the world through different eyes. It's great to be here. And what I wanted to talk to you today about is, when you become a cancer warrior, you learn some new words in your vocabulary. One of the words is deficit. Talk about, especially with brain cancer, what is your deficit? And with brain cancer warriors, there are all kinds of different deficits. It could be with your motor skills, like your one side is weaker than the other. You're having trouble walking. So that's a type of deficit. There could be deficits with cognitive abilities. So in terms of forming words, speaking, storing speech, that's another deficit. For me, my deficit is vision, and I've shared this with you before, and that's how I first realized there was something wrong with me, but it's still the same. So all these months later, I still have vision issues. I have a blind spot. It used to be just the upper left quadrant, so just that 1/4 up here I could not see, but now it's actually expanded, and now my blind spot is the whole left side, so I can't see anything on my whole left side, which makes maneuvering around, walking, through crowds, a lot of fun. But I can't see my hand over here, so I can't see anything on my left side. So, and then the rest of my vision is still blurry. I can see, it's blurry. I can read emails and do texts and things. It just makes it hard. I can watch movies. It's just not quite as enjoyable when everything's blurry. But I can get by. And this episode is called "Looking at the World Through Different Eyes" because I really am looking at the world through different eyes. And it started back in October of 2016 when I was diagnosed, but it's just continued on. And I remember when I was first diagnosed and had this issue with my vision, we were down in Houston. I was being treated at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston. We were staying in a hotel. We were by the Houston Galleria, great shopping mall, and I remember going down with my wife. It was before Christmas, and we wanted to get some Christmas shopping done. And I remember, normally when I would go to malls, I would always be in a hurry, and I would never kind of stop. It was always, rush from one spot to another. We're always in a hurry. We're always busy. But with my vision, I couldn't do that because I would have been a hazard to people. I've been running into people. So it really slowed me down. And so this issue with my vision, I'm looking at the world through different eyes, but it really slowed me down. And that was a blessing in itself because what it caused me to do is just slow my life down and take in the things that are really important. And what I realized, a lot of times, we look at people, we look at physical appearance, we judge people based on physical appearance, and now I can't do that because either I can't see you or you're really blurry and I can't even really tell what you look like. But that was kind of nice because what I realized is it's not the physical, that doesn't matter. What really matters is the person inside. And that's what matters. That's the way God looks at us, is the person that we are inside. And that's what I started doing. So that trip when we were down there in Houston, and my wife would go into a store, and I would just kind of sit outside in the mall, in the walkway. I'd be standing there, and then someone would come stand by me, and I would just start to talk to them and get to know them. And it was really interesting to get to know somebody as an individual, where they're from, their story. Everybody has stories. And I'd never taken time to do that because, of course, I'm always too busy. I've got to get from this place to this place and this and do all this. And all of a sudden, I had a lot of time on my hands and I couldn't move fast. I had to slow my life down and take time to talk to people and get to know them as a person, as an individual. And that was my big aha moment with this, looking at the world through different eyes. And maybe looking at the world the way that God looks at the world and that He looks at us as individuals, and He knows us and what we need, our desires, our needs. That's the way God looks at us. And as I started talking to people and realizing everybody has a story, everybody has challenges in their life, and it was really really an interesting moment for me to change the pace of my life, and it's been a blessing. The other thing, the big word that came out of this whole experience for me with my vision, if I could sum it all up, the word is cherish. Cherish. And my message to everybody out there, not just cancer warriors, but to everyone, is cherish every moment you have in this wonderful world. Cherish those moments with your family members, with your spouses, with your kids, with your siblings, your parents. Cherish those moments because they can be fleeting. And cherish this wonderful world that we have to live in, that God has given us. That's the big thing that you don't realize, that you just kind of take it for granted every day until something like this happens, and you realize every day is a blessing, and we've been given this just beautiful world to live in. We're here in Maui, one of the most beautiful places in the world. Yesterday we went snorkeling out to the island of Lanai, which is just across the channel from Maui. And I was out there snorkeling in this beautiful water, crystal clear, warm, the coral reef, so beautiful, all the Hawaiian tropical fish, so beautiful. And I was out there, and I kind of came up to the surface, and I'm just in the middle of the ocean there, and looking at the island of Maui on one side and Lanai, and just realizing what a wonderful, beautiful world God has given us to live in, and how lucky we are, and how we take it for granted sometimes. I know I have. And that's what's really changed me. This cancer has brought many blessings in many ways to me, and made me a better person, and helped me really appreciate life like I've never appreciated it before. And so that's my word of the day, is cherish. Cherish every single moment you have in this life, with your families, in this beautiful world that we have, with your friends. And look at people as individuals. Get to know them as individuals. Deep down, make those personal connections, those deep personal connections. It takes time. You have to slow your life down. And that's what this has done for me. And it's been a real blessing. And so that's my message for all cancer warriors, and for all the caregivers as well. I think we can all learn from this, hopefully. And just want to thank you all for tuning in to Cancer Cure Bus. And want to leave with my thought, as always, for all the cancer warriors out there. So keep your faith. Stay strong. You will find peace, and you will be victorious. We will emerge victorious from this through our faith, through our God, through miracles, and through modern medicine, for those medical practitioners that are those angels that are here helping us to find a cure. So thanks for tuning in. Until next time.